Hi friends, welcome back to a new vlog. I have been MIA for a few months, not for any particular stressful reason, just work and different things, but I thought I'd jump back on. Christmas has just finished and I think it's the 30th today, the 30th of December. So welcome to another, let me show you, sunny New South Wales. This is my outlook for today. So the plan today was to jump back on here and say hello. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you had a really great Christmas. Everyone was safe, happy and well, and Santa was kind and it was fun. We had here, buddy, my puppy's here. This is him here. Let me see if I can show you. There he is. Where are you? There he is. There's my baby. Yeah. So yeah, I hope you all had a really, really great Christmas. We had a nice quiet Christmas and it was really nice. Some family are away. We had myself and my immediate family, which was really, really nice. And now it's just, I've taken some time off, so it's just given me a chance to, let me just fix this one moment. So it's just giving me a chance to, take some time off, take a break, a much needed break, and enjoy some of the garden again. Yeah, enjoy some of the garden again. Enjoy some of the garden. Some of it's doing a bit rough. We've had some really hot days here in Australia, some 40 degrees. Some of the plants and the veggies have taken a pretty hard hit. We've lost our beans. We've lost our... the squash never really took off. I think it was just too hot. They'd start growing and they'd rot. The zucchini we might have to try and save. Tomatoes are flourishing, but they're looking a little dry. Even though I'm watering them profusely, they're struggling. So we've got some other herbs and things, and now the capsicums and the eggplant are absolutely loving the heat. And I've just got some more. Oh, we've just got some more lettuce. So these are going to go in today. Just a combo, and some spinach as well. So just a few things to take the others out and put those in. So they'll be going in today. What else have I been doing? Working really. I commute now for work quite a way, so I really am gone for a lot of the day, so I don't get a lot of time to do this. But I'd really like to shift my focus back to trying to do a little more of these videos. And build a nice community here. I know whether it's gardening community, whether it's just, I don't know, people that enjoy the content of living rural lifestyle. Yeah, we've got a lot of livestock here. We've got cows, sheep, horses. You can hear the odd goat from across the way. I have dogs, cats, so it's really nice. We have all sorts here. So anyway, I thought I'd jump back into some gardening today. Got my hat ready. In Australia, it's very important to wear a covered shirt, a good hat. This is my Bunnings hat, because the sun here is no joke and it will cook you. So, what else? We've been having some really great bird life here lately. We had 3 enormous wedge-tailed eagles circling up this morning. That was quite a surprise, and they were really high up, but they were huge. So yeah, so just enjoying the bird life, getting some things growing. I've got my hydrangeas down there now as well, which were looking amazing until we had some really hot 40-degree days in spring. Actually, we pretty much went from winter to spring. We didn't get much. Sorry, winter to summer. We barely got any spring. I think we maybe got about 2 weeks of spring. So the hydrangeas are very dry. The flowers have kind of died, which is a real shame. I've planted some new, I'll take you for a bit of a garden tour afterwards and show you this, but I planted some salvias and begonias down the other end. Begonias are struggling in the heat. I need to replant my sage, but we have some flowers here on the deck. I have some cottage flowers down here, which are struggling in the heat, because it is very hot. I still have all of my, capsicum plants over here on the shelf, which I put out, sorry, I had something in the garden that I grew from seed, which I don't want to get rid of because they're all doing so well. So I've just kept them. I thought maybe they'll grow some mini capsicums. Some work we want to do down the other end. I've got to pull out at some point the old tomato plants. Oh, it's a really big, is it a Christmas beetle? It might be a Christmas beetle. It's trying to land. Anyway, yeah, down the other end of the garden, I want to pull out some plants, and we want to put a few fruit trees down there. And I've also got to, today, I will flip you around and I'll show you what I want to plant today. I picked up some nice, fresh new gloves from Bunnings. These are my favourite. This is not sponsored at all, but these are my favourite gloves. Reason being is that they are leather in the hands and ventilated on top. So I do a lot of time in the garden usually. My last pair I think lasted me about 2 years. And I've literally worn holes in the fingers of the other ones because I've used them so much. But these, if you're looking for a really good glove that's protective, around this garden I like to use leather fingers, protective, in case of any little biteies or anything. My mother got these ones, which are also a soft leather. We haven't used these before. These are elk. Never used those, but they look pretty cool. They got this little emblem badge on it, which is pretty groovy. They're very soft. Nice and soft and pliable and movable. So, some new gloves to get going. I'll flip you around and I'll show you the pots. Let me just move these out of the way. The pots that I'm going to be putting. We have some myrtles out the front. No, sorry, not myrtles. Maples. 3 maples that I salvaged years ago when we had some big floods come through. A place that I was working had a big pile of damaged and ruined plants. So at the time we all went through and pulled out our rescue plants. So these 3 myrtles were rescued from a flood. We've been keeping them going out the front. They're not coping so well in these pots now, and the heat's been pretty hard on them. So I'm actually going to transfer them into these 3 pots, which I'm going to flip you around and show you. Okay, these are the pots that I am transferring those maples into. They're quite big, so they look quite good. They are, let's have a look. They're called a Roman planter, 46 centimeters. So these are an outdoor, self-watering. So I think they'll be quite good for the 3 maples. Or I think I keep saying myrtle. I mean to say maple. So we're going to put them into here, get those planted up, and yeah, we'll then move on to something else. Australian summer can be pretty brutal, so we're going to try and do this in the shade over there. I've got to go around to the front yard. I've got to pull those maples out of, I need some shade, pull those maples out of those really old pots. And the reason I don't want those pots, I don't want any pots, I'm trying to eliminate all pots with just the cheap black pots that you get in Bunnings that have the lip, because we get redbacks here and we tend to get a lot of redbacks under the rims. So this is why I'm trying to switch everything out to rimless, no rims, to try and avoid spiders. I got bitten by a spider on my foot yesterday, which was incredibly painful. It took about an hour or 2 for the pain to go away, and I did draw a circle around it to see if it was going to grow. It is still a bit of a welt, and I've actually lost some skin where the bite was. It was a very, very tiny, the spider must have been about that big, and I was emptying out some pots out the front, emptying the soil out, and I think one dropped down into my shoe. I just have the sloggers, and it got down into my shoe, and I felt something in there, went to take it out, and it bit me. But it was really, really tiny little black spot. I don't know what it was, but when you get bitten by something, and you should in Australia, is draw a circle around where it's bitten you. If it grows too much outside the circle, then you probably want to seek some sort of help. But it's kind of come down a bit to just one little welt. So, and I didn't have any other effects other than it was very painful. So anyways, gotta be careful of that happening again. So I'm just going to be a little bit more mindful as to where I'm putting my feet, because I don't really want to deal with that again. So all right, so I'm going to open these gloves up, and which I'm going to need some scissors for, because they are well and truly locked in to here. Put my hat on, and my first thing I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to pull those maples straight out of the pot, I'm going to break away the dirt, get them straight into these pots, and we'll see how we go. Oh, here you go. I've just opened these gloves up so I can show you. Like this. Slide those on, and they're nice and firm. So you get a really nice firm fit. Really good. And they're pliable, but they're tough. So I really like them. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you how good they are. Okay, so I know this is not the best look. My Bunnings hat and the very red face, but it's very hot out here. I'm trying to stay in the sun, but it's quite warm. So what I want to show you is I bare rooted all three of my, oh gosh, it's hot. Bare rooted all three of the maples. I have potted up one of them. So I'm going to give you a look as to what I've done here. Let me just flip this around. This is what was a bare rooted. I've just put it into the pot. You can see it there. See, she's looking a little bit dry. It's a bit dry. It's not looking the best, but it's okay. It will be okay. She's just a bit dry. So if I go over here, excuse the cat bathroom that I have down there. So these are the other pots. There's one here that I'm going to put this one in here. And when I say bare rooted, this is what I mean. So I put it in front of here, you'll be able to see. So I've taken it out the other pot and I've stripped it back to roots. And actually what I might do is I might just give these a hose off before I put them in. I didn't do the other one, but I might do this one and just wet those roots down because it's quite dry, and that's going to help it to settle in with some cooler roots. So I've got one here. These are usually my oriental lilies, which have now gone over for flower. This is the other one. Here, I guess you can see she's a bit dry, a bit weather worn. Let's have a look at these roots down here. So these ones again, I've just broken all the excess soil off to take them down. There's my other pot, and we're going to get this one into here. We're going to get the both in. I might actually put this on a time lapse while we hose these down and get these two potted up. So what I'll do is I'll put in probably about half a pot of soil. Put them in and just soil around them. It's the easiest way. So yeah, I'm just going to pop some time lapse and we'll get those two done. Such a lovely shot of my bird bath. The birds love this. I get the woolly wagtails. Such a beautiful spot. This one, our little labradoodle down here, she loves it, but the birds, they love it. Okay, like I said, I watered my hydrangeas because the soil was just too dry. So I finished these. I have to go around and top up all the soil because I only had 3 bags, which wasn't enough. So I've got enough to put them in. I just need to topsoil them all. That one, we've got this one here, which is looking better in there. That's my red salvia, which is doing amazing. My other hydrangea, which like I said, this is what I mentioned, the leaves, they're all dying off a little bit. They were vibrant like this, very vibrant, but unfortunately they have died out a bit. And there's the other one that I showed you before, all potted up. So like I said, excuse the cat litter tray, let's just do that, it's not a sight. Yeah, so they're in a little bit messy down this corner. We do have someone that comes around, does all the edges with a snipping, and the lawn does need mowing, but won't do babies. This one wandering about, just having a blast. And this one, just living the dream over here. So, yeah, all potted and happy. Thing I do want to show you, you can see how dry it is at the moment. This is Australia. Down here is not as bad, but I do put the sprinkler on up here, but she's dry. It's very dry. Oh, if you're wondering why she's just sitting there like that, it's because of those. I have 2 bird baths there, and when we clean them out, she has a whale of a time. She's usually down here lapping all the water, so she loves it. But spin back around, I want to show you these. These popped up out of nowhere. The gerberas. Aren't they gorgeous? They're so pretty, especially this one. Very pretty. Let's see if I can hold the camera still for you. And then the yellow one is gorgeous too. So stunning. Camellia, not camellias. The words escape me. So we've lost some things. We've lost these snapdragons. They have, I think I've had these going pretty much since I've lived here, which is close to 5 years. And normally if I cut them back, excuse my puffing, it's a bit warm. Normally if I cut them back, I'll just show you like that. There we go, that's better. If I cut those back, they will grow up again, but they're pretty old. So I don't know whether cutting them again is a good idea or not. So we'll see. I'll take you for a run over here. This is the new little garden we put in. I did have to put chicken wire over because the cats were using it as their toilet. So at the back here, we've got purple salvias poking through. So there, that is a weed. That needs to come out. That is not a salvia. So there's another one, beautiful, and there's another one. So yeah, they're growing. Begonias I had in here. These ones at the front here have really not done well. I don't know why. I'm assuming it's the heat. We're thinking that they just couldn't handle the 40-degree temps. I did put a whole new load in, and still the ones at the front haven't coped. So not sure what's happening at the moment. I've kind of given up on this garden. I've planted into here so many times. Everything dies, even when I'm watering. So I'm thinking, what was the flower? Oh, there's a wasp there. Oh, welcome to an Australian. Oh, let me see if I can get that. If I can, a little wasp down there. You can see it or not. I'm not sure if you can see it, but he's there, resting on the little flower, little plant. But I think I'm just going to get into some shade because it's very hot. And yeah, so that front garden, I think there were alliums I was going to try and plant there. I'm going to flip this camera around. Beautiful spot. I'm going to try. As you can see, I'm sweating a lot. My face gets very red in the sun when it's hot. So please excuse the redness. Ignore that. But yeah, I'm very happy with that. I'm very happy with the plants and the trees. And now I think I need to go and have a nice big drink. Later on, I'm going to have to tackle the veggie garden because there are things that need to come out. Yeah, that's going to be another job. It's a bit hot for that. So I think I'm just going to go in, have a cold drink, cool down a bit. Got this job done. So I'm really happy with that. So that's what's happening in the garden. This is stand over here. It's a shady under the tree. So I'm going to pull these out and put something new in, and we'll see how they go. And I'm really hoping that the sun doesn't just kill them instantly, because we keep putting new things in. I did actually grow a lot of these from seed. The zucchini, the squash, all the beans, the cucumbers, the tomatoes, everything here, even the capsicums, everything here, I grew from seed. So that's why I'm pretty heavily disappointed we didn't get much of a harvest of it, because I put a lot of work into seeding those and getting them growing over quite a few months. But anyway, we will not worry too much over that. I'm going to jump into it and get some more gardening done. It's so nice out here today. You can see the view. It's actually nice and quiet. It's not too noisy. So what we might do, I might just duck down here and just check on all of these that I planted yesterday. Have a look. I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking for landmines. We have 2 dogs. So I'm just making sure. Oh, these hydrangeas are looking okay. Well, they've gone a bit, well, they've gone quite pink, but they're alive. Okay, let's have a look at these. These ones, they were white like this, quite white, whiter than that, and they have gone this beautiful pink. I think they're turning, but they look good. They look really good. Okay, over to what I've planted. These are looking good. I've just got to add the extra soil, trim these off. Some of these need trimming. Not looking so good there. I'll go over here. That one's fine. That's looking good. I've got to trim this down. And this one's looking good. Need a new pot for the sage. That's my sage plant. Begonias and everything are looking good. There she is. That's my dog moaning in the background because he wants to come out. If any of you others have a Cocker Spaniel, oh, someone else is getting attention. She's so cute. Here she comes. Here she comes. Oh, there she goes. Here she comes. Here she comes. Hello. Hello. Yeah. Lay down there. All right. So I wanted to show was the, what were these ones? The delphiniums that I grew. Here you go. They're very pretty, but I can tell you that cottage flowers, as gorgeous as they are, they don't do the best in an Australian climate. Obviously, they're cold, probably cold, but they were out for sale for a warm climate. That one hasn't done anything. Ignore that in the background. That's just clean up. Look, these were dwarf dahlias. I'm going to have to do something with those. I don't know what to do with them. It's really gone downhill. But these are very, very pretty. You can see them. Aren't they gorgeous? I can zoom in more on those ones so you can see how pretty the flower is. Isn't that stunning? There we go. Nice. Okay, so I have my lettuces that I'm going to put in. I need to go and find the trowel. So I grab the trowel because I need that, which is here. There we go. I'm going to take these over to here. I think we'll start with pulling these ones out and decide what we're going to put in each one. So I think I'll set you up and put you on a time lapse. Actually the spinach that I've just put in. Just popped that in. I'll flip you around so you can see. That was a bit of a wobbly camera, sorry about that. So I've just cleaned these up a bit, pulled everything out. If you're wondering what the white netting is for, we put that around the base of the plants. It keeps the cats out. Cats like to use our pots, but it keeps them off the soil. So I've just put spinach, and that one will likely be one of these 2 lettuces. I'm not sure which one yet, but it's going to be one of them. So, yeah, we're making progress. Now, I've just popped a hat on because it's getting quite warm out here and changed out of my jeans. going to have a go at cutting back these zucchinis and giving them a trim and see if that makes any difference. If that helps. So I've just got my shears. These were actually a gift from my dad, those shears. I think it was for my birthday. They're just Fiskars, just from my local hardware. All right, so I might just put back on a time lapse again. Now I'm just trying to cut off pretty much everything that is a little bit damaged, a little bit over, really. So I'll flip you back around and we'll take a look at what we've done so far. This zucchini is actually quite large. It's got a really long stem. I've taken a lot of the bottom leaves off, and I've taken the other one out of the pot because it's actually one plant. So this one's now empty. It's all over there, and we will plant lettuces in there. So I'm going to string this up to the trellis. These trellises that I put in, I'm going to string it up to that, and we'll see if we can get some more zucchinis out of this plant, because yes, it looks wilted because it needs water. It's all very dry. Soil in Australia dries out incredibly fast, so it just needs a bit of water. I wanted to share something with you. These are some new babies. Huh? Oh no, 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 no. But that, oh no, that's not supposed to be over there. These little beautiful babies are my neighbour's new cows. No, don't you eat that. Hello, sweetness. Come and have a pat. Come on. Oh, I've been trying to get a pat out of these girls. Come on, I'm going to stretch. Hi. Oh, you're so cute. Hi. Oh, look at those. Look at that tongue. Look at that tongue. This one here over here, this little girl, her name is Minnie. She is adorable. She's so cute. They're both cute, in all honesty. They're both adorable. I've just been trying to get pats out of them. Hello. Oh, trying to lick my hand. Hello. Don't eat without touching the electric fence. Hi. Hello, gorgeous. Hello, gorgeous. Oh, by the way, that is Stan over there. He's quite disgusted that someone's giving his new girls some attention. Uh-oh, here he comes. Back to your beauties. Hello, darling. So cute. They're just, oops, eating. They're the most adorable cows. These two. So I thought I would share because they are very cute. They have the cutest little faces. Look at those eyes. Are they not gorgeous? Here he comes. Oh, in case you're wondering what she is so intently staring at, this little mischief maker down here who likes to launch herself at the fence every time these guys come near because they're so new. We do have, there was another two here, but yeah, they're insanely cute. Itchy. She's just watching the dogs. She's watching my dog. He's just down here. He doesn't care. He's too old to care. So I just finished up what I was doing here, planting in the rest of the lettuces. I popped 4 lettuces in each container, just so they had a bit of space to grow. So I finished up those, and then really all I wanted to do was just start cleaning up, getting rid of all the bird netting, collecting up all the green waste, and getting that into the compost. And then giving those cute little cows another little pat because they're so gorgeous. So I'm pretty much done down there, I think. I've done the spinach and lettuce and the other lettuces, and I have tied up that zucchini to the trellis just to give it a bit more support, and I've trimmed off a few of the leaves as well. So better, still a bit messy down there, but I will go and clean that up later. Just need a break now because it's a bit warm.